Hello.
Let us begin with the chant, and if you know the chant, please join me. Om Asato Ma Satgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya Avir Avir Mareti Rudrayate Dakshinam Mukham Te Namam Pahityam Te Namam Pahityam Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Lead us from the unreal to the real. Lead us from darkness to light. Lead us from death to immortality. Guide us through and through, and ever protect us with thy loving presence. Oh, peace, peace, peace be unto us all. Friends, we welcome you today to the celebration of Swami Swahananda's 91st birthday. We also welcome the viewers. This is our first time that we're podcasting, and so we're putting this in the website. So we welcome also the viewers who are watching this and participating in this as well. Today is Father's Day. So we wish all the fathers, or all of us that have that paternal instinct, a happy Father's Day. And I think it's very appropriate that we're celebrating Swami Swahananda's birthday on Father's Day, because for many of us, he is our Guru, like our beloved Father. So, well, I was going to tell you a little bit about Swami Swahananda. For those who don't know, Swami's father was a disciple of Holy Mother, and he got into contact with the teachings of Ramakrishna at the age of 12. By 16, he was initiated by his guru, revered Swami Vijnanananda, who was one of the direct disciples of Sri Ramakrishna. After Swami received his double MA in English and English literature, he joined the order in 1947. He took his final sannyas vows in 1956, and he came to the United States in 1968, where he was in San Francisco, Berkeley, and finally in Hollywood. Now, during his time in India, he had been to the north, in Delhi. He was in the east, in Calcutta. He was also in the south, in Madras. Now, I can't tell you the number of monks and devotees whom I have met who have told me it's because of Swami Swahananda they are who they are today. Whether it's becoming a better monk or devotee, a better teacher or humanitarian, people coming away after meeting Swami Swahananda to be better human beings. And if you had to describe the message of his life in 2 words, I would use the words of Sri Ramakrishna: go forward. He recognizes the best part of ourselves, the highest part of ourselves, and only wants us to recognize that as well. You see, normally many of us tend to put limitations around us. We put barriers. We say, I can't, I won't, I just don't. But Swami says, who says you can't? Remove these words from your vocabulary and say, yes, I can, and go forward. At a time when no American monastic had ever spoken in any of our Southern California centers, Swami said, yes, you can. When no other Vedanta center would expand the work in America because they just felt they didn't have the resources or believed it couldn't be done, Swami said, yes, you can. At a time when nuns rarely spoke, and were not put in charge of centers. Swami said, yes, you can. And at a time when people of Indian origin were not allowed to join monasteries in America, Swami said, Shiva?
Sí, se puede.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Tattvamsi. Thou art that. Thou art that infinite self, that infinite power, that infinite strength, which can manifest under any condition, no matter how grave or difficult the situation can be. And that's the greatness of these sacred souls. They believe in us. They see our true core self, even though we do not. And their greatness comes from turning their perception into our realization. Now today, for some of us, Swami Swahananda is a teacher. And for others of us, he's our guru. Do you know the difference between a teacher and a guru? Well, let me just give you a few points to think about. A teacher makes you move along the path to success. A guru makes you move along the path to freedom. A teacher gives you such knowledge that will boost your ego. A guru gives you such knowledge that will destroy your ego. A teacher is to his pupil what a father is to his son. A guru is to his disciple what a mother is to her child. A teacher, being himself an expert, will lead you by the hand. A guru, being himself an example, will lead you by the heart. You're going to be thankful to your teacher for life, but you are grateful to your guru for eternity. So the reason we have all come together today is to draw inspiration and rejuvenate our enthusiasm for the ideal, especially when we see it reflected in the life of someone who has practiced it for more than 50, 60, 70 years. So in honor of Swamiji's birthday, we will hear from a few monastics and householders who have offered to share their reminiscences and experiences of the spiritual lessons they have learned from Swami Swahananda. To begin with, let's hear a little bit more about Swami Swahananda's life. We'll hear a biography from Abai.
Yeah, but the credit goes to me because he died earlier. So what I myself discovered from Krishna, then I found out after all the books are there. Anyhow, I'm glad that many of you have come and think about this idea. I took that book because that cousin wrote a huge number of publications. Then I discovered 3-4 days ago that I'm not survived so long, so better give me the book.
Oh yes, this is the book that it should be on everyone's chair.
Yes.
And Maharaj, this biography is almost 4 minutes long, so no doubt there are many things here that are not covered in the book. The book is about 60, it's almost 100 pages. Most revered Swami Swahananda Maharaj, revered monks and swamis, monastics, friends, devotees, and guests in San Diego and elsewhere. This is a very brief biography of our beloved Swami Swahananda. And of course, it cannot begin to capture the essence of such a great soul. Following are brief outlines of some of his history and a few of his accomplishments as relating to carrying out the work of Thakur, Mother, and Swamiji. Swami Swahananda was born in 1921 into a family of devotees in a village near the town of Habiganj in the Sylhet district of what is now Bangladesh. His pre-monastic name was Dipat Banjan Goswami. His father, as we've heard, was a disciple of Holy Mother and was closely associated with the Swamis at the Sylhet and Shillong centers. It is said that Swami Swahanandaji's father one time inquired the Holy Mother about sannyas, and her response was, "No, my child, but from your family people shall come." This has surely come to pass, as in addition to Swahanandaji, his nephew Swami Priyabratananda, Nishit Maharaj, is also in the order and is a doctor posted at Sarda Maa. That the Holy Mother herself is foretold of the coming of our Swami is no small blessing. Sadly, Swami Swahanandaji's father passed away shortly before he was born. While still a boy, he was drawn to the company of holy men, and he frequented the Ramakrishna Mat in Habiganj. Such was his attraction and zeal for knowledge that as a schoolboy, the key to the ashram library was entrusted to him. Later, at the age of 14, in 1936, he began corresponding with Swami Akhandanandaji Maharaj, a direct disciple of Sri Ramakrishna and the then president of the order. In total, Swami Akhandananda wrote 6 letters of encouragement to him. Towards the end of 1936, young Bipat Banjan inquired about journeying to visit Swami Akhandananda and receive initiation. But that great Swami passed away in February of 1937, before that event could take place. In 1937, around the age of 16, Swahanandaji traveled with 3 of his young companions to Sarda Maa to receive initiation from Swami Vijnanananda, the last of Sri Ramakrishna's monastic disciples. This was a rather long and arduous journey to be taken by such young men, but such was their desire for initiation from a direct disciple of the Lord. In addition to receiving initiation, our Swami also had the brief darshan from a distance of Swami Abhedanandaji, also a direct disciple, but who was living outside the order at the time. Swahananda also had the opportunity to meet and give service to Swami Shuddhananda, a great monastic disciple of Swami Ji, and soon to be the president of the order. It was here also that Swami met Swami Prameshananda, a Swami who became an inspiration and mentor to our Swahanandaji for the next 30 years. Returning to our biography, Swami Swahananda, as a young man, received his undergraduate degree from the Murari Chand College in Sylhet, India, and earned a double MA in English Literature and Language from the University of Calcutta. As an aside, Swahanandaji was also a good athlete and particularly excelled in volleyball. In 1947, Swahananda joined the order at the student's home in West Bengal. This home later became the Ramakrishna Mission Center at Narendrapur. For the next few years, he taught at Vidya Mandir College at the order's headquarters in Sarda Maa. In 1949, Swahanandaji was transferred to Madras now Chennai, where he stayed until 1961. During his Madras days, he was the shrine pujari, and after receiving his brahmacharya and the name Durga Chaitanya, he also performed the elaborate Durga Puja. While in Madras, the young monk also became a student at the prestigious Mysore study circle. In 1955, Swami began his translation of the Chandogya Upanishad, which was later published in 1956. In 1956, another important event happened. Sannyasa, final vows, were conferred on Durga Chaitanya by Swami Shankaranandaji Maharaj, who was then president of the Ramakrishna order.
The importance of Chandogya Upanishad, all these 50 years, none of the Swamis or scholars took it up. Very astute and very detailed. So it was lucky that it was left for me by the time I was a brahmachari. And then I translated it.
And then also from 1956 to 1961, Swami Swahananda served in Chennai as editor of the order's scholarly publication, the Vedanta Keshara. Swamiji's scholarship is quite well regarded, of course. In addition to his translation of the Chandogya Upanishad, Swahanandaji has written numerous other books, including Meditation and Other Spiritual Disciplines, Service and Spirituality, Vedanta and Ramakrishna, and many others, some of which are being brought out this very day. At some point around this time period also, Swahanandaji spent some time in the Advaita ashram in the Himalayas for a relatively short stint. Swahanandaji once described this posting as for prestige. In April of 1961, at age 41, Swahanandaji became the youngest Swami to head the large center at New Delhi, the capital of India. He was head of that center until May 31st, 1968. In 1968, Swami Swahananda was transferred to the United States to serve as the assistant minister to Swami Ashokananda in San Francisco. Ashokanandaji passed away in December of 1969, and Swahananda became the first head minister of the Berkeley Center in 1970, where he remained for 6 years. On the 4th of July 1976, revered Swami Prabhavanandaji passed away in Hollywood, and on December 15th of that year, Swami Swahananda formally assumed leadership of the Vedanta Society in Southern California, where he has been ever since. Since he has become the minister in charge of Southern California, Swahanandaji has expanded the work greatly, first adding this monastery in San Diego and later adding other sub-centers throughout America. The San Diego work began in 1977, and in 1983, this spacious house was bought to house the center. In 1997, Swami again expanded our Vedanta Society by establishing official Ramakrishna order centers in Greater Washington, D.C., and in New York's Hudson Valley at Ridgely Manor, a holy place of pilgrimage and retreat where Swami Vivekananda stayed for almost 13 weeks over 3 different visits. Most recently, recognized sub-centers have also been started in Phoenix, Houston, and many other places as well. I apologize if I didn't mention your city if you're watching from one. In addition, many service organizations have been started with the support of Swami Ji, including the Ramakrishna Institute of Culture, Corona, California, the American Service to India, usually just called ASTI, and the Ramakrishna Foundation. Swami Swahanandaji has now been in America for 44 years, and in Southern California for almost 36 years. Now about to turn 91, he continues to spread the message of Thakur, Mother, and Swamiji until recently traveling extensively. His exceptional life, clear, profound teachings, and stainless character are an inspiration to us all.
Now I'd like to invite Swami Yogeshananda from our Trabuco Monastery, who is the author of the 6 Lighted Windows, 6 great Swamis who he spent time with and serving, to speak about what I think will be the 7th lighted window, Swami Swahananda.